Welcome to a special episode of Guy Party, the P-Files. We're going to unleash the craziest conspiracy theories that are out in the world today. I am Beautiful Brad.
This is Chester.
Michael Benjamin.
Cody Cunis.
This is Bronze.
Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Guy Party, the P-Files. MB, start us off, brother. What do you got for us?
Okay, so through a plethora of research that myself and others have compiled, there is so many amazing conspiracy theories out there that we could talk for days, which we may, but we'll put a halt to that, and I'll just talk about a few right now. Starting off, there's a great one of a 2018 tranny conspiracy out there.
2018, baby.
Yeah,
2018 is the year of tranny.
Guy Party.
Guy Party.
And so this conspiracy is that everyone in Hollywood is a tranny. That whoever you think may be a male, whether
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, Denzel, Tom Hanks, they're all
Brad Pitt.
They're tranny. Or even a female like Emma Stone or Eva Mendes or Eva Longoria.
So they're men.
trannies. They're trannies. They're really men.
Wow.
Yeah,
What about the ones that have actually showed dick and balls or...
Well, they have surgery for that
tranny.
now.
So if you think that they're showing dick and balls, they're really fake dick and balls, and they're tranny, and they're really the opposite gender.
Have you seen
tranny
The Fly?
girl?
Did you think that Jeff Goldblum was really that giant monster? That wasn't even Jeff Goldblum in that.
So you're saying
giant
you're saying it's like
Excellent
CGI.
Excellent point.
You're saying it's CGI.
Well, I think on an earlier episode we talked about Dirk Diggler's cock.
It's true. So Mark Wahlberg doesn't even have a cock.
He has a vagina.
He has a vagina,
Exactly.
and that
He
was
was tranny.
13 inches of fake penis.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we were impressed by the size of his cock, but it turns out he has a vagina.
That's insane.
Isn't that the saddest truth of all?
That is. But what gives this guy backing that this conspiracy has any potential realism
He
to it?
seems to be a very professional scientist. Is able to evaluate body measurements. He measures height and width and the typical male and female dimensions that are going along with that. He seems to be pretty professional.
So every celebrity.
Yeah,
Okay, actually,
politicians included.
I've got to confess, Michael stole my idea. This was what I was bringing into here. So the reason it's very clear is because the parents of all of these celebrities are Satanists. And so Baphomet, the devil or whatever, he does all these peace signs and stuff. And he also has tits. But it's a he, like we call him a he.
So all these Hollywood parents are like worshiping Satan himself, not like Timothy McVeigh. What was that fucking Satanist guy where they didn't really worship Satan? He wrote a book. Marilyn Manson's in the cult. What's his?
Charlie Manson?
No, goddamn it, what is his name? Anyway, I'm just gonna call him Timothy. All right, continue.
You do your
Yes.
research, and can I just go back to the Satan having tits for a minute? Does that mean Satan's a tranny?
Yeah, so Satan was the original tranny.
I thought Jesus was the original tranny.
Okay, well, no, because
We'll get
Satan
to that.
Actually, Satan is before Jesus. That's
Satan
true.
came before Jesus.
That's true.
And Jesus was just kind of a knockoff version or whatever. And so all of these Hollywood celebrities, they're worshiping Satan, like the original tranny.
All right,
And so they're turning all their children into trannies like at a young age. And you can see it in their body structures, the way that they're built.
Yeah.
so you're telling me all the times I masturbated to like Drew Barrymore and fucking
Tranny.
She's got a dick. Alexandra Daddario.
Alexandra
She's got a dick
Daddario.
too.
I've been jerking off to something that has a cock between
Tranny.
its fucking thighs.
Yeah.
Tranny.
And speaking earlier, the guy that did Satan was Anton LaVey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Book of Satan?
Yeah, but he didn't really worship the Satan with tits. He was just all about, like, narcissism and shit.
Yeah, so, he was a poser.
So, Hollywood worships the real, air quotes, Satan, like the one with tits.
Yeah, the actual Satan that exists, the one that has tits and goat legs.
So
Satan's a tranny and
right?
Jesus isn't a tranny?
Like this.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna come at. If Jesus was the first tranny,
no, Satan
Jesus.
Satan's before.
We've discussed it. Yes, because he's the fallen angel.
Yes.
So Satan was the first tranny.
So we fucked up on the St. Patrick's abortion episode.
That's what made
no
God so mad at
we
Jesus.
said Jesus was the first
because
tranny.
Jesus was like pretending to be like God's old friend.
Yeah, but remember
like
the devil
his favorite
got to
friend,
Jesus.
and then he like
the
fell
devil
out of
got
the heavens.
to Jesus during those times,
and he was just like, "Well, I'll fuck with you, Dad. I'll just be."
So Satan was really
worst
Eve
enemy
in the Garden of Eden.
So Jesus being a tranny was teenage rebellion?
Yes.
A vagina is
Makes
really
sense.
just a penis turned inside out. And
Jesus
everyone
was
has
confused.
Have you ever seen like those clits, those huge clits that look like little dicks?
Like China.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, she's dead.
So this is kind of blowing my mind because I thought Jesus was the first tranny. So you're telling me Satan was the first tranny? According to Hollywood.
Satan was the first tranny, and Hollywood is based around, depicting these images of lechery and adultery and, saying the Lord's name in vain and stuff like that. And they all want to be trannies. I don't know.
If this theory is true...
It just seems...
If this theory is true, I've masturbated to many people who have a penis and balls.
So I should start jerking off to Leonardo DiCaprio.
But I don't know.
But is this like in Hollywood only, or does it spill out into the real world? Like,
so you could argue that anybody is a tranny, but the thing is,
we're all trannies.
baby.
We need to get back to the person who did it all was Mr. E. That's his YouTube handle, and he has this channel where he talks about how pretty much every Hollywood celebrity is a tranny.
Check it out.
Like all of the presidents have been trannies. All of the presidents' wives have been trannies, and it's really easy to think that, like back in like the, Dwight D. Eisenhower days and FDR days.
FDR was a tranny?
FDR was a tranny. That's why he covered his vagina up with that blanket.
It makes sense. He didn't really have polio.
Vagina.
Yeah, it was vagina down there he was covering.
Yeah. And he only had skirts.
Yeah.
Well, he could always pull off like the micro penis. Like why did he have to use the cover to, cover his vagina?
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go really back here.
Yeah, this is what. No, I want to go to. Let's convince the booze heads why this could even potentially be.
I'm gonna go.
Okay,
there. All right. So I'm gonna go all the way back to Adam and Eve. So if I remember right, and I could be wrong here, but if I remember right, God made Adam in His image, and Adam was a man. And then Adam was like lonely and shit. So he's like, God's like, I'm gonna break a piece of rib off and make it a woman.
Is that what happened?
I think it was something like. I think that's right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's exactly
that's
right.
how it happened. Go on.
And so, God, who presumably, according to the book, is a man, took a piece of himself and was like, boom, woman, man turned into woman, tranny.
Wait, do you think that the entire history of mankind was just Adam jerking off? God took a piece of Adam and created a woman.
What's wrong with you?
Michael, settle down, you fucking tranny wannabe.
Man turned into woman. That's Eve is the original. Well, no, Satan's the original tranny. Eve's the second tranny. Jesus is the third.
I'm kind of pissed. I thought Jesus, he was my Lord and Savior because I thought he was
Eve became
the first
Jesus,
tranny.
I think, right? Eve was pre-Jesus. if I remember right.
Yes, of course. That was.
We're going back to the
Well,
Adam and Eve
yeah.
beginning
Well,
of time.
apparently Jesus has got nothing. You know, he's nothing now, because it was.
Jesus is the Son of Man. Man created, or God created.
Well,
man.
there was already man.
God created as man.
But he was the third coming of the tranny, because there was Satan was the first tranny.
Well, yeah.
No,
The second.
No, Eve was the first tranny.
No.
But wasn't
O.J.
Satan
Simpson
before
was
Eve?
a tranny.
Oh man, now that's a tricky question.
This is.
Who was first, the Satan or
Eve?
No, I think Satan was well. Satan might have been first though. God damn it.
Yeah, who was the first
Satan
tranny?
first, because Satan was the one that tempted Eve to fucking start wearing clothes and shit.
But so
You're
he had
right,
already
you're right.
fallen out of
So
heaven.
He had already fallen.
No, you're right.
He had already fallen.
Jesus would be the
I
third.
thought God tore his rib off and threw it down to make a tranny.
Eve. But Satan had already fallen at that point.
Eve fucked the
But
chicken.
why
The
did
devil fucked the egg.
Satan fall? Because he wanted to
He
have
reached for a
tranny
snake.
parties in the kingdom, or what? Like,
Maybe Satan just liked shit that God wasn't into.
but obviously God was in the trannies, so why wouldn't he have an exception
Maybe
for
Satan and God banged,
Oh
and then
my
they
God.
and then they just they started hating each
Is
other.
the universe and all of life just one big tranny fucking Big Bang? Tranny
Hey,
Big Bang.
hey,
Tranny Big Bang.
This
theory.
summer, we're gonna roll out a blanket. I'm gonna show you the tranny fucking and the constellations.
If you think of it,
There you can see
think
the
of it,
penis
the
and
Old
the vagina.
Testament is a little bit like Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, it really is, dude.
Like,
Oh my God.
God and the devil they used to bang, and then
Yeah.
there's a thing between them now.
yeah.
I don't want to wait for this transition to be over. I want to know right now, when will it be?
Yeah.
All right, so
Killing me.
now,
Where are we going with this conspiracy?
We're-
Hollywood.
yeah,
celebrities.
like how Hollywood became like everyone in Hollywood is trannies. So, like, are all their parents pre-designed to produce trannies, or is it just kind of like?
I think they
Is it kind of
No,
like
no.
the Illuminati? Like you
No.
become part of the membership.
They're-
You have to be trannies.
They're like MK6ing them, or what is it?
Speaking of MK, was Martin Luther King a tranny?
I've heard that before too.
Really?
He was a fucking hound dog, that's for sure. He banged a lot of people.
Whites and brothers and sisters and.
I don't know
He
about
was
like
actually
dudes,
a
but
woman.
Okay, I've definitely not heard that at all.
I haven't heard that
Did
one
he bang
yet.
a lot of people?
But I haven't
Yeah,
heard.
like
all right.
J. Edgar Hoover sent tapes of him like recordings of him banging other people to his wife to fuck with him.
Let's bring it back into
mean-
why Hollywood. Like, all right, so like if we had a kid, like wherever we're at, the Guy Party Crew in life, if we had a kid, and
Wait.
then hold on, wait, and that kid became a star, and we took them to Hollywood. Is there like a cult they have to join, or like I don't know, like how do they become trannies?
So
Well,
here's
they're
what I'm thinking: if Guy Party takes off, and we become famous,
Do we all have to become women?
do we all have to become trannies?
Yes.
Fucking A, man.
And are you willing to make that sacrifice to make Guy Party famous?
Cuddly.
I've made that sacrifice.
Well, you're already there.
If you're not already a trainee, you're not gonna make it. You either know or you don't know.
I'll tuck the sack back.
We're just gonna be stuck in Hebron, guys, because I don't know if I can take a load in the bathroom, man, in my mouth.
Can you just like dress as a woman to make it work?
I can dress as a woman, but I don't know if I could suck a dick off.
To be considered a tranny, do you have to fucking fillet a penis?
So I could turn
No, because Bruce Jenner Caitlyn Jenner likes bras.
So I could be a lesbian?
Yeah.
Well, fucking, why haven't I trannyized
Is that
like
true?
earlier?
Wait, she likes bras?
Jesus
Because
Christ! Yeah, I love
You would
broads,
be a really ugly broad.
but I
This
would
is
be able
true.
to fuck more bitches
Wait,
if I was a fucking
Caitlyn
lesbian.
Jenner likes broads? She doesn't like dudes?
Yeah.
She
Really?
likes to be a woman. She wants to be a woman. She
Yeah.
wants to be a lesbian.
Really?
But don't we all like to be
How does
a
this
woman?
fucking even
I want to be a lesbian. I want to be a lesbian. but
Mind
not without
blown,
my
man.
dick,
2018.
though. I want to be a lesbian with my dick.
I like my bubble bath.
So then we're all on board with getting Guy Party famous and becoming trannies.
Yes, I mean I'm down with fucking eating snatch. All right, so
all we have to do is get our dicks cut off.
No.
And staple.
I want to be a
inside of
lesbian
our
with my
bodies.
dick.
I saw you tucking it back, and I'm not cutting it off.
all you future parents,
Lesbians
That's
with
not
dicks.
a tranny.
Lesbians with dicks. Lesbians with dicks.
all you future parents that are listening to the pod, don't let your kids go to Hollywood.
Or
Michael's
anywhere near
also
Michael Benjamin.
progressive.
There's a System of a Down song. that
Yeah,
says,
we're
"Don't
hanging
go
out
to
with Michael
Hollywood."
Benjamin. We were at the taco restaurant earlier, and Michael was grunting at several children. They weren't sure if they were
I was
at,
telling them to quit stealing shit.
Disney
They were
World
stealing
ride
shit.
or
They
in
were
Aurora,
stealing the goddamn
Indiana.
Corona bottle that was hanging up from the top there.
All right,
You know how
so
kids are nowadays.
I've
Keep your
done
kids
that.
together, goddammit.
all
You're trying to
right.
steal a bottle? You're trying to steal garbage? What, were
Garbage?
you gonna take it?
It was
Yeah,
really
dude,
big.
There was some
It was
serious
really
guard.
a big
Don't
prop.
take my garbage.
It was a prop that shouldn't have been stolen. Don't act like you think it's okay.
All right.
Everything's just future garbage.
Quit acting
Michael.
like you think
Quit
it's
being
okay.
so possessive.
Quit
of the
acting like
world.
you think it's okay.
So there's
You know
there's
it's wrong.
a shit ton of
don't
conspiracies out there. I know Chester's
What if it
got
was
one
your
for us.
business?
Ooh, okay, we're gonna go to mine.
Yeah, well,
All right.
Yeah, let's hear what conspiracy you brought to the P files.
All right, so this is a legit conspiracy. Not that the other one isn't, but
Yeah, what are you trying to take away from
What am I supposed to fucking mean, motherfucker?
That's based on facts.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
so is this. So there is a conspiracy out there, and I'm stealing this one. I appreciate whoever came up with this. There's a conspiracy out there that Donald Trump, our Lord and Savior, is a time traveler. And the theory goes that he has traveled back in time and
yeah, this is so much more solid than all the Hollywood is.
right. He has traveled.
Yeah, this is more factual.
Right? He has traveled back in time and through many trial and errors, figured out how to become president so as to lead this country away from a nuclear war that is going to that was going to happen at some point in the next 15 to 20 years.
All right, but build on that conspiracy. Why is he going to save us from nuclear war?
Because he's going to do I suppose it depends on what he does with his presidency. That's the whole thing, is that everybody doesn't know. But the idea is that the actions he's taking right now, everything he's doing right now, is calculated because he's done it so many times, almost like a Groundhog Day situation.
But wouldn't he
Where
be
he keeps creating nuclear war.
Like he keeps going backwards in time, and every result is nuclear war. And this timeline that we're in now is the one where he's not going to fuck it up. And somehow he's going to, at the very least, save the human race from extinction. He is our savior. And that, I fucking hate the guy. But that is the theory out there. And it is an interesting one. Because if you think about the events that led up to him being president, how many of you believed that he was actually going to win that fucking election?
Nobody. Yeah.
Nobody.
I would figure, if anything, he's stirring up nuclear war.
Exactly. But maybe it's one of these things where it's more of a first strike kind of thing. So he eliminates these threats that are going to lead to a global nuclear war, to a more isolated nuclear war, so that the human race can survive, at least in pockets.
Dude, that's kind of a good one, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if you
Donald
think
Trump, if you're listening, give us a call.
So, what do you guys think about that?
Well, I'm going to throw out my 2 cents real quick. If he came from the future, don't you think they've cured baldness where he doesn't have that stupid fucking comb
I
over?
don't care about that.
I was kind of thinking about that, but then I also thought that maybe time travel caused the baldness.
Good point.
It caused the orangeness that everybody.
That's why he's orange. Yes.
See, here's what I think. I think it's all part of it.
We're solidifying this conspiracy.
I think it's all part of it. I think the absurdity of him, I think that's the way he got elected. He was like, it's all a distraction from the fact that he's building up to this first strike, because he's like, if I just go in and I get elected and I say first strike, I'm going to fucking hit North Korea, I'm going to hit Iran, nobody's gonna follow me, but if I build it up and I distract them with all this crazy fucking nonsense, then maybe when I fucking like subtly like build up to war, it's not gonna be noticed as much, and then I can get it pushed through.
Yeah. Man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Just imagine this for a second. What if Donald Trump Jr. is actually the Donald Trump that went back in time? And so this is the Donald Trump Jr. of the last flashbacks time. And he's just like, well, I'm Donald Trump.
So he ends up like fucking his mom, like in Back to the Future 3.
Not 3, 1.
Yeah.
Oh, was it 1 where he almost banged his mom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but he didn't kiss her or anything.
Yeah, he did.
No,
she kissed him.
She tried to.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of let her. So,
all right.
So basically,
Stormy Daniels.
Let's not get chubbed up.
Stormy Daniels. Is
Let's not get chubbed up on incest.
Yeah, we don't want to go down that road. That's for a later topic.
Stormy Daniels' boobs are not like too retarded big.
I think she's fucking smoking.
Okay, so those are fine. Okay.
I want to
maybe if you're what you're saying is correct, that this variation of Donald Trump is Donald Jr. because he always talks about like his daughter in a way that sounds a little perverted. Maybe Donald Jr. actually has a thing for his sister, and so this variation of Trump.
That's what I would say more, yeah, because I can't see
that.
I can't see
probably
Donald
fuck
Jr.
my daughter
in the future either.
And this goes back on the first theory. Donald was a Hollywood person, so really Donald was Danita from the future, and bitches are crazy, man, and that's why he's really a tranny.
Ooh, Donald is Ivanka.
Yeah, Donald's a tranny.
Not Eric, Ivanka.
So, all right, so we're building on this theory where Donald is orange because of time travel, and his overcomb is from the flight from the future to the past.
And the
we
multiple
have to make
permutations.
a quick redact. He is President Trump, not Donald Trump.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Very true. Let's give respect.
I mean,
Really?
y'all voted
No,
for him.
I didn't.
I didn't show up to the election.
I mean,
I think we talked about this before.
it doesn't matter. Who cares?
Cuddly, what do you think, man?
It was out of our control because he went back in time enough to the point where he knew exactly what to do to win that election.
And then all of the Donald Trumps were at that election poll electing Donald Trump. And nobody else in the country voted.
Just a bunch of Donald Trumps
I
lined
think
up.
And a bunch of lesbians.
this all comes back to one issue, and that issue is abortion. And why? Why did we not abort when we could have?
Well, Donald came back to prevent abortions for the future Donald could be born.
Why are we preventing abortions?
Well, that's why Donald came back, because if Donald was prevented, the Donald of the now, Donald would have never been able to come back in time to start the nuclear holocaust, to save pockets of humanity.
Well,
do you think Donald Trump may be an abortion survivor?
He is an abortion survivor. That's why he's coming back to try to prevent
Yeah,
it.
have you seen that comb over? That was done with like those like tools.
Several aborting tools.
What you got?
Yeah, so I think what really ties in though with Donald also and all that is the fact that the tranny has been going on for hundreds and thousands.
Well, obviously before mankind.
And I know we're already hitting on that and everything.
Yeah.
So what the underlying conspiracy truth really is, not just a question, but the fact that Jesus has been Mary Magdalene and Jesus at the same time during all that time when those stories were being spread out.
Whoa.
They were being spread out about two different people that were cast down, and to where it got to right now in modern day, it's one person, and that one person is George R.R. Martin. And Game of Thrones is a whole new spectrum of the religious Bible that is not being really talked about enough yet. Actually, just watched.
So George R.R. Martin is the first tranny?
He is a descendant.
Dude, we're getting into time loops, man. We're gonna get our world fucked up.
He is a descendant of the tranny that was Jesus and Mary Magdalene.
So Jesus fucked his mom to create George R.R. Martin.
No.
So he's a product of incest.
No, Mary Magdalene was what they so-called said was a woman that Jesus was fucking, but it wasn't really a woman who was fucking. It was a woman that was him. He was Mary Magdalene, the woman.
Oh, Jesus was.
Yeah. The trans.
What you got, Bruns?
I think that we need to get back to the key of things. Everything isn't trannies.
Apparently it is.
I think you're misunderstanding.
No.
It is.
I think I might be misunderstanding, but let's go back to the actual meat of this.
Actually, if the first
We
woman on
need
the
to
planet was a tranny-
reimagine who Jesus Christ is.
Well,
Jesus Christ might have not been the bad guy that you all think he is.
I never thought.
I didn't say he was a bad
My
guy.
mind's blown that he wasn't the first tranny.
I love Jesus.
Jesus Christ might have been like, if you've ever watched one of those TV movies or like Boy Meets World or something.
Yeah, like
my favorite
Jesus
show.
Christ
movie
is
made for
probably
TV.
like that really cool janitor that says a bunch of really awesome shit that's like, hey, just
Sean
be nice to
Hunter's
each other.
father.
Or you remember Step by Step, the dude that lived in the van?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody like that.
Cody.
Cody did this.
So Jesus was just this guy, and then he, maybe a teacher or something, and he noticed that there was this little kid, this little fat kid, loser, getting picked on, but the
Sounds
little
like
fat
Nacho Libre.
loser kid also had some really he had a lot of creativity and stuff. Like he would think about how he was going to kill the people that bullied him all the time.
Jesus took a shine to this person.
And Jesus took a shine to this person. And then, he kind of mentored him and hung out with him all the time, this old guy with this little kid. And it wasn't weird or anything.
Not at all.
And eventually,
No touching.
Jesus got dragged out into the yard and then strung up on this cross with nails through his palms and stuff.
There was one time.
But could you imagine that Jesus actually just kind of went he ripped his hand out of that nail and went
Daddy didn't touch you.
to this kid that's sitting there, and it's wait a minute, I am kind of like Jesus. I'll just pretend to be Jesus now.
And he looks like Jesus enough.
Can we take a poll?
Yes.
Who here has been touched by Jesus?
I've been touched by Jesus. Have you been touched by Jesus, Cuddly?
Several times.
I've been touched by Jesus.
I've been touched by Hosanna.
Michael, have you been touched by older men?
Hosanna.
Oh, what was your
That's Jesus, you dumbass.
whoever was cleaning your pool at the time?
Hosanna.
He was a
younger.
Middle Eastern man. He wasn't Jesus, though.
Oh.
All Middle Eastern men look the same.
He wasn't a tranny then, so he wasn't real
Catan.
Jesus. Real Jesus was a tranny.
So Bruns, I think I know where you're going with this. So I think what you're saying is that Jesus kind of gave this pupil of his, who sort of looked like him, an idea with that wink and shh.
Yeah.
And then he put his hand back onto the cross, drove it back through the nail.
And that's what...
You can make that a fucking Rankin Bass Christmas movie with puppets.
And
But
that
Jesus was just this magical, guy who hung out in town and hung out with little kids, and he didn't have a job, and he just hung out and wasn't married.
You know what we
He was
need
a
to
carpenter,
do?
though.
It's this coming December.
Yeah, he was a laborer.
Is have a guide party interpretation of Bruns's conspiracy theory right there. All hand puppets made out of socks.
Hell yeah. And we could even do an Easter one because that is coming up.
That is.
And this is what we are talking about right now.
But it's
Oh yeah, it's not Christmas, it's Easter. He was crucified for Easter. Jesus Christ.
But it's on April.
Sorry, Jesus Christ.
But it's on April Fools too.
Even better, man.
April
Even
Fools.
better.
We forgot about you. We were just kidding.
So the idea is that this youngster that Jesus was tutoring looks enough like him that when Jesus rises from the dead a few days later, is it really Jesus?
Here comes Jesus Cottontail, rising from the tranny fields. Hippity hoppity, Jesus on his way.
I like it.
Keep going, man.
Oh, that's all I have.
Oh.
But, Michael, I'm sure you can draw them.
So I think what we're saying is that Jesus took pity on this young child, this young creative child
That was confused about his sexuality, or
that was creative and looked a lot like Jesus, and Jesus was on the cross, and he had this idea, and they communicated non-verbally with each other about this idea. So the young student knew that in a few days he would rise as Jesus, and that student was none other than
Ryder Strong.
Michael Benjamin.
George R.R. Martin.
Oh. There we go. Fuck. So George R. Martin is like Highlander. Like, he doesn't die. What are they called? Eternal.
Immortal?
Immortal. Thank you. Yeah. Didn't think of that word. It's been a while.
That's why we should all pay a little bit more pay attention a little bit more to Game of Thrones.
Because it is.
Is there immortals in Game of Thrones?
Well, it has taken
Wink, wink.
millennia to write.
Oh, well.
Keep on wondering.
The
It
creator.
was awfully hard to kill Jon Snow.
You got.
Yeah.
That's why Game of Thrones is so good.
That's what
Is
they
because
say.
he wrote it.
He's a
He
snowy
took
son of a
millennia
bitch.
to write it.
Yes, that is why it's fucking amazing. Why did it take HBO so long? Why didn't Cinemax and Showtime jump on that shit?
Cinemax is HBO.
And Showtime has its own.
When the
shit
fuck did
going on.
Cinemax become HBO?
Cinemax is not HBO.
Well, and
But yeah, but
since
they're in
when
the same ballpark.
When was Cinemax
So
and
Showtime-
HBO?
so was Netflix and all of it.
What the fuck's the matter? They're all trannies.
It's TV.
Yeah, just kind of.
Yeah, they're all
Have you ever
trannies.
a bunch of trannies.
They're all
Bunch of
trannies.
fucking
They're all
trannies.
trannies.
Oh, okay. Time out. So, we talked a long time ago about who would be the first new celebrity to be outed for sexual assault. Do we remember?
That was forever.
Do we
ago,
remember
dude.
It was a while ago, but did we?
Why are you bringing up that now?
But do we remember who each of us said?
No.
I don't know.
And the
I know
first
why
one
you're bringing it up.
gets
Oh
a
my
case of
God,
beer.
dude, don't do it.
Yeah.
So, I was just reading an article the other day.
Oh my God.
About how Robin Williams' co-star in Mork and Mindy, she said, Robin Williams groped me.
Oh, was
But-
it?
But she was like, it didn't offend me.
Well,
She was like, he used to like get completely naked and walk around on set and like grab my tit.
yeah, like, what the fuck is wrong with getting naked and grabbing a titty?
The same thing is wrong with all of it nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, it was okay. It was fine.
But
And what
that counts,
okay? They just weren't okay with saying it's not okay.
And you know, if I got naked and grabbed a tit,
That's
she
not
should
okay,
fucking slap
man.
me.
Yeah, exactly. But they weren't allowed, and to them, they were trying to get.
They were all
rights.
doing coke
They were
back
trying
then.
to get women's rights.
Dude,
So
which one was
so
Robin
they
Williams,
were-
Mork or
listen,
Mindy?
If they
He was
were,
Mork.
if they were trying to,
You know what,
if they were trying to say something against
Mindy,
He was both.
Mindy, yes, he was.
She was Mark and he was.
You know, I'm confused with all this tranny talk.
No, listen. If they
Mindy
were, no,
was
listen,
just
no,
as
you
big as
listen.
Mork.
No, you
No,
listen.
you listen,
No,
Michael
you
Benjamin.
listen to me.
I'm gonna
If
throw a
they-
fucking garbage can at you.
No, you listen.
All right.
If they were to try to get
Mindy-
women's rights back then, the way they were trying to get them, they wouldn't have been able to get them the way they fucking did. If you're
Mindy
the way they should have gotten
was
them.
just as
It's
big
like-
as Mork. Mindy could have fucking knit that shit in the goddamn cunt or whatever the hole is called on the tranny.
the butt.
The
No,
butt.
because back then they were trying to get women's rights, and they weren't just gonna be able to just be like, oh, well, this is what is offending me right now.
All right, anyway, back to George R. R. Martin.
No, anyway, back to my conversation. I won. I said that Robin Williams was going to be the next to be accused before any
Actually,
of
that's true. That's true.
accusations.
I think you did call him,
He
yeah.
did, he did.
So,
How the fuck did I guess that? Who would have ever guessed Robin Williams? Seriously?
We
He was coked out as fuck back in the day.
He was.
Everybody was.
Yeah,
He was big time though. That's the thing.
Who
I was just trying to defend him more than anything right there because he's not that bad of a. He wasn't bad.
And that's what I'm trying to say. I wasn't that bad when I got naked and grabbed titties.
The thing about the article is she was like, he just had this magic.
No, I believe you were.
It's like
I wasn't.
Yeah,
I didn't act like an ape. I fucking grabbed a titty.
So I used to hang out with a councilman, and the councilman used to. He had like this like circumcision scar, so he would like take a coat hanger and like prop his dick up and like do puppet shows with it.
What the fuck?
So is that?
Did you have that in your mouth?
What
sexual harassment?
How did you see a circumcision?
Are you talking about?
You said councilman.
Jesus Christ, guys!
Are you kidding me right now?
I got a fucking man.
I'm sorry for all the editing you have to do on this one.
Get it all out.
Stop, man.
No name drops.
Somebody ain't call her.
So George R.R. Martin, he was
He was the one that rose from the grave. It wasn't Jesus. It was George R.R. Martin, and he rose and he wrote.
He is Jesus. Though.
He's kind of like a stunt double, like Muhammad Ali.
Stunt double.
Yes, he is a body double for Jesus, and so.
And he brought us Game of Thrones.
And he wrote the Game of Thrones over the course of a millennia.
Well, I mean, it's good, but a millennia? I think I could have. Well, I don't know. Game of Thrones is pretty excellent.
Well, maybe.
What would you rather read, Game of Thrones or the Bible?
Yeah.
Star Wars.
It's the same thing.
What's Star
I guess
Wars?
you're right.
What's Star Wars?
Michael Benjamin, act like you've fucking seen other things than garbage.
What's not garbage?
Stuff you have to pay for?
Yeah.
Can you imagine paying?
Like the Guy Party shirts. Everyone, they're coming at you soon. We hope you want to grab a fucking shirt while they're hot and they're
You'll
here.
get one. You shut the fuck up.
These are limited edition. They'll only be printed once.
Yes,
so,
one run.
Get them while you can.
One run.
And I'm buying one.
I said I'll get you one. You better shut the
I don't give a shit.
I'll tell you what.
If you don't get one, I'll buy two of them.
We'll probably run a game and whatnot. But yeah, Guy Party shirts coming your way. All right, so
Guy Party.
Guy Party.
Here's the Trump. Here's the trannies. Everybody getting mannies.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's the Macho Man. Yep. You know who I am? The Macho Man. Yeah. Can't say what my real name is, yeah, because the FBI. But you know who I am, yeah. You know what it is? It is what it is, yeah. What we're talking about is we're talking about the alien abductions, man. I am calling into the alien abduction hotline, ain't I?
How exciting is this?
This is not the alien abduction hotline. I want to feel comforted. I'm a little bit perturbed.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Guy Party.
Guy Party. Guy Party.
Cuddly cuteness. And I am here to bring us back to the topic of
The P-Files.
P-Files.
And the P-Files, man, have they ever been more filled with piss?
Well, we haven't hit a piss one yet. Are you bringing it for us?
Well, I can't wait to have a pee conspiracy, if that's what you're asking. But, yeah, so if we all had to pee on something, I wonder what that would be.
I like peeing on squirrels.
Well, what would that squirrel do with your piss, and how does that lead to a conspiracy?
Bullshit.
It would run away, grab an acorn. The acorn would hit the neighbor's head. The neighbor would drive to work, which would cause an aneurysm, and wouldn't be happening till they drove to work. The aneurysm would happen, which would wreck into a car. That car would roll into a car. which would hit a fucking Golden Corral worker. The Golden Corral worker would spit saliva into the crab legs. The crab legs would be shipped off to New Mexico, where the guy that played the Walter White and Breaking Bad would eat the crab leg, and he would get HIV and die.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but was that not an episode of Alvin and the Chipmunks?
I think it was. It very much was.
All right. Anyway, our man Chester's got one of the conspiracies for us. Hit us with it, Chester.
I don't know if I can top that pee conspiracy.
Well,
that's a tough one.
What do you want to pee on, Chester?
What do I want to pee on? I don't know. God. It's not what I want to pee on, it's what I want to pee on me.
Rick Astley.
Sub.
Never gonna give you up?
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Just a fountain of piss.
Yeah. My stream's gonna be steady
Fountain
and
piss.
golden.
Yeah. Fountain of piss. I don't know. Is it weird that piss is so in the news? Like, our president has a pee tape.
Is peeing? Yeah, I didn't know about that.
You didn't know about?
Sure, I've heard about that.
Yeah, you heard about that?
No, I didn't hear about the pee party.
That's apparently one of the things the Russians have over Trump is a pee tape where hookers are pissing on him.
No shit.
What?
Okay, so we've been hearing about that for months.
Yeah, he did come from the future. Who knows what's going on up there?
I remember seeing the Google headline, Donald Trump has
Russian pee tape.
Pee tape. And I was like, alright, I don't care. I tried to click on it and it didn't give me a direct link and it was like spam and I was like, alright.
You want to see it.
I want to see it, but I'm not going to go out of my fucking way to see it.
You just want a $50 Amazon gift card.
You're not gonna pay.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is bullshit. I'm not even going to bother another time. Once.
But honestly, if you had a Groundhog Day kind of travel in time episode, wouldn't you want to incorporate Russian hookers pissing on you at some point?
Dude, Russian women are fucking hot.
Right?
They're beautiful.
Shameless chick.
Oh, Savlana.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can we say this? For the sake of controversy, isn't a piss video of our current president a little bit more incriminating than our president hiring people to break into a building and look at like documents or something?
You saying less incriminating or more?
Yeah.
Are you saying less or more?
What do you think?
More.
Less. Why? Somebody's getting pissed on in their free time? Who gives a fuck?
Wait, what?
Oh, you think that's less?
Well, yeah, man, that's their free time.
But that is common knowledge about your president.
Okay, incriminating less.
Well, Bill Clinton, like in blowjobs.
Damning for reputation, more.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe Nixon should have been fired for doing that at his job.
Yeah, he wasn't.
It's like stealing fucking staplers.
If Nixon just got pissed on by some Soviet hookers,
and that was it,
he may not have needed to resign.
The KGB, man. I bet
he probably would have even got elected because the piss video happened before Trump got elected.
Exactly, and he still got elected. So that's part. So that's what. That's just.
You think Richard Nixon didn't have some weird fucking sex
that he's a time traveler?
Do you think that's why he was breaking into the Watergate?
Yeah.
Like he was
deleting sex tapes.
He was fucking. He knew about George. He knew George R. Martin was immortal, and like he was trying to cover it up. Maybe P-files, dude.
George R. Martin sent him a letter notifying him about exactly what to do when it was supposed to be done, and he acted delayed. He delayed his action, and that's why he ended up getting caught.
So Richard Nixon was connected, man. He was like, he knew George R. Martin was connected to
piss.
piss in the original tranny. Well, no,
and well, not the original, but one of the original.
Yeah, I keep forgetting Jesus wasn't the original tranny. God damn it.
That's a deeper conspiracy. That's a deeper conspiracy.
That's what people don't. That's where critical thinking comes into play. People are like, no, Jesus.
I'm sorry to show up and debunk your Jesus as a tranny.
Yeah,
but
dude, that's blowing my fucking mind.
That's what science is for. That's what science is for, Eric.
Booze heads, we also...
This isn't even science. This is history. This is literature.
I want to let the booze heads know.
As much science we can get.
All right, so he debunked that Jesus is a tranny. He also showed us that we've been using microphones that don't record for the past year. So that's a different topic for a different day.
So, we've been talking a lot about politics and trannies. I want to move on to capitalism. So, I think one of the big drivers of today, one of the things that just makes everything move is the almighty dollar.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And to that, one of the biggest pushers of the almighty dollar and one of the industries that affects political change, social change, and change in general.
That's what I was thinking.
Is the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Billion-dollar industry. And here is my conspiracy theory. They have partnered with the makers of our cell phones.
Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint.
No, I'm talking Samsung, Apple.
Oh, the big dogs.
Yes. The things we keep in our pocket, which, as you guys know, is near our genitals. They have partnered with these makers so that these phones emit radiation, and I'm pulsating my fist towards my balls.
He looks like he's masturbating right now, but he is trying to say like the radiation waves go straight to his cock and balls.
Straight to the genitals.
Straight to the genitals. I'm looking at it. He's got a nice bulge, ladies.
And essentially the effect is that over the course of 10, 20, 30 years of these things being in our pockets.
Genitals or phones?
The phones.
Oh.
And genitals. And genitals. The genitals and the phones being near each other. That the phones are going to cause erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Dude, this is...
Which...
That is a great excuse.
That's the first conspiracy that made sense.
Which
I know, right?
will lead to people... buying more boner pills and dishing out more money to the pharmaceutical companies.
Oh yeah, man. It's just like absolutely, yeah.
So why not these titans of industry partner together to fuck people up to the point where we have to reach out to the pharmaceuticals to fix us.
The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. They want to fucking keep us contained.
Well, as founder...
This is like a legit conspiracy. I mean, Cody, I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, as founder of plentyofdicks.com,
yes,
I will not allow erectile dysfunction to play a role into...
You should start a campaign, no more cell phones.
No more soft dicks.
Yeah, we don't want erectile dicks. We want hard dicks right up in my butt.
Dude, my dick's never soft.
Not yours, but where do you
stop cell phones? You're not going to stop cell phones.
Yeah, but Cody keeps his fucking phone in his purse.
Bubble.
He could hold an erectile dick function.
So
where it's a function.
Have you ever sucked?
Oh,
here's a quick one though, Cody. Have you ever sucked a limp dick?
Not on purpose.
But did you get it hard, or the motherfucker used his cell phone too much? He did too much Amazon shopping, and his dick went fucking limp.
So I gotta
bought too many canvases.
Yeah,
I gotta ask you guys a question. Cell phones are super fucking convenient, right?
Yes, absolutely.
would you knowingly, if you knew that this shit was causing Lemtic, would you still use them? Would you still keep them in your pocket?
Yeah.
I would too. I would fucking too.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I wouldn't trade this shit off.
You want me to trade sex for knowledge of everything in the entire universe?
Exactly.
And Google Maps. And
I don't. Okay, I never get pussy
Hold
anymore.
up. Listen, even if you did it the opposite. Listen. Even if you did it the opposite, where you had it like say in your jacket next to your heart, you know, it's gonna affect your heart too. So either which way.
There you go.
It doesn't fucking matter, man.
We're all gonna be croaking of heart attacks and shit.
It's either losing our fucking dick ability
good question.
or our heart ability.
Take 10 years off your life, or have to take a pill for boners for the last 30 years of your life.
Well, it depends how much pussy I'm getting. Because, like, right now, I'd take the 30 extra years.
And take boner pills?
What are you doing?
Well, no, I would take... Alright, so...
It depends on how many anxiety pills I'm taking.
Fucking farmers, they fucking got us no matter what.
If I'm not taking any, then I don't give a shit.
Big Pharma owns us all, motherfuckers. Bow down to it.
So I think regardless, the end result is, no matter how these phones are fucking us up, we're gonna continue using them.
Yeah.
So here's the fucking crazy thing is, if this conspiracy is false, and this catches wind, the cell phone companies will know that they can fuck us over, because every one of us is saying that, yeah, fuck us over. We need this.
You say that they're gonna ping us and hit us with a ping grenade?
What I'm saying is they're gonna listen to this and say, we can fuck them over.
Wait a second. Hold on.
We're
not fucking them over, but let's go ahead and do it.
Chester, do you want a cell phone or a dick?
EMP.
Yeah. Electric magnetic pulse.
What do you mean by that, though? Cell phone or dick? Do I have to cut my dick off to get a cell phone?
Yes.
Whoa, no, fucking cell phone's going.
Is it going to be eventually where...
But if I have to take a boner pill to get hard, I'll take that boner pill and get my cell phone.
Everyone's getting, like, cut to make trannies. Like, what if we just get, like, cell phones hooked up to our genitals?
Well,
I want to address Brad Keller's ongoing addiction with trannies.
Yes,
Intervention!
Just think here soon it's going to be the robot trannies versus us, where we're going to be fucking them all.
That'd be cool if my dick got Bluetooth.
That would be cool.
It will.
Like every time you heard like Saved by the Bell, you got erect.
Step by step.
Yeah.
Dick by dick.
We only have 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Let's party, baby. Keep going, fucking playing step by step while you're banging the bitch.
I got YouTube Red. There's no commercials. It's going constant.
Yeah.
I put it on reboot.
And then, you know, we're going to find a way to fucking put it on loop where we can fuck for 35 minutes. Full house on fucking 35-minute loop.
Do you have Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I'm not using my data for this.
Yeah. Come on, baby. Let's make children.
They're all stealing the Wi-Fi, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, everyone assimilate. Just bow down to the board, baby. And we're all
Big
going
Pharma is going to roll us out.
Yes.
They already do.
No, I'm
Big
Pharma right now.
Amazon.
Bow down to your rulers.
The AI of the future.
Bow down to
They
the
got you.
Yeah.
Give respect where it's due.
The AI of the future is going to take down humanity by making us all pedophiles. You watch and see.
Ooh, well, I don't know about pedophiles, but I'm down to bang fucking sex robots.
You wait
But they have to appear of age, because Michael Benjamin seems to think about pedophiles.
Yeah, he's gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese trying to pick up fucking robot dolls.
See.
Robo Doom was the perfect plot for a gay porno.
I'd rather not.
All right, everyone, we're gonna wrap this one up. Thank you for joining us for a piss file or the P files.
We're going to the P files, not piss files.
Yeah, the P files.
P files. Hopefully, we'll get another P files together soon for you.
We're always going to gain knowledge for you booze heads.
If you have a conspiracy, hit us up.
Yes.
Where can you hit us up?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google Plus. Just send your conspiracies our way, and then we'll talk about them on the next P files. But until then,
Microphones don't work.